07 everyone! In this video I would like to show you how and where you can find rare loot boxes by visiting Caterpillar wreck sites in Stanton system. I will give you some tips from my experience, some recommendations how to prepare your trip and what I found after visiting all locations. I will try to sort locations by access difficulty and numbers of locations by planet. And in the end of the video I will show you one location with a tricky to access and will take you some time, but I was able to find 11 or 12 loot boxes on this wreck site. If you like to do some looting sessions and discover hidden locations in Star Citizen, you definitely want to check these wreck sites. I personally think it's a very nice, chill and immersive way to play Star Citizen. I'm not sure, but I think you can find most of these locations by doing sweep and clear location missions, but you have to get enough of reputation before these wreck sites appears, so in this video I will show you where you need to go without any missions to find these locations. You can find there some very nice and rare loot, like executive weapons or some armors from pledge and subscriber stores or some new FPS attachments. If you want to visit more than one location, I highly recommend you to prepare your trip a little bit. First, I recommend you to take an appropriate ship with a medical bed, some cargo capacity and a sleeping bed. In my case, I was flying with my Drake Clipper, which I use now as a daily driver ship. He is not big and can fit in every location, so I don't need to park it too far and run to location, and it have everything I need to loot run session. Otherwise, you can use ships like Drake Cutlass Red or Terrapin, but of course you can use any other ship you want. You will also need to have a multi-tool with a tractor beam attachment, because some of the boxes are located in closed rooms where you cannot access, but you can use your tractor beam to bring them to you. You also need a weapon, because in most of locations you will find enemy NPCs which you can kill from your ship, but sometimes they can spawn while you are looting, so you better have a weapon and some ammo. Also don't forget to take a med pen gun and a big backpack. These loot boxes are physical, so you can actually take them on board of your ship. But I would recommend to store every valuable loot in your backpack, because if you crash, it's much easier to find your body than the loot boxes. I personally was running with the Novikov backpack, which I find very good, and it have the biggest cargo capacity at the moment. So now let me show you how and where to find Caterpillar wreck sites. First, let's go around Hurston planet. Here I will show you 5 locations and they are easy to find. First location is on Aberdeen Moon. Once you are around Aberdeen, find HDMS Norgard and fly to that location. Once you arrived in Norgard outpost, point your ship in direction of 118 and fly for 23 kilometers. Trying to respect the right direction. You can set up the Norgard outpost in Mobiglass to check the distance time to time. Just before you check the distance, try to stop your ship completely so you don't lose the direction. If you fly at night, it's even better because you can see red lights when you approach the location. Not all of Caterpillar wreck sites have these red lights at night, though. All you need to do now is to gently approach the location, check if there is any enemy NPC, land nearby and start to loot. If there are some NPCs, you can kill them from your ship or in FPS combat, it's up to you. Before you quit your ship, I would recommend you to set up a regeneration point in your ship, if you have a medical bed, because sometimes you can be stuck in textures on these locations. I had this problem couple of times, that's why I recommend you to take a ship with a medical bed. Loot boxes can be found inside and outside Caterpillar. but mostly inside in some hidden places, so take your time to check every corner. I won't show you how and where to loot after all containers, so you can try to find it yourself, and also because they don't have a fixed spawn. Sometimes you really need few minutes to figure out how to get the box. Usually you spend 15 to 20 minutes on every location, but if you never went here before, you will probably spend some more time. You can also log out from the game if you have a sleeping bed in your ship and log in to change the server and to loot the same location again. You can also take all boxes with you and bring them to your hangar if you want. Next location will be on Aerial Moon. Find the HDMS base deck and go to Outpost. Once you arrive to Outpost, point your ship in direction of 284 and fly only 5 kilometers. It's the easiest and the closest wreck site located on the top of the cliff. I went there 2 times, but unfortunately every time the boxes were empty, so I don't know if it's a location bug or I just had no chance. If some of you guys go there, please let me know in comments if you were able to find some loot. Next location will be on Ita Moon. Find HDMS Woodruff and go to Outpost. Once there, point your ship in direction of 255 and fly for 24.9 kilometers. This location can also be found easily by night, because it have red lights and have some enemy NPCs. The problem which I had on this wreck site is that in one part of Caterpillar I went into the rock texture and I was not able to get the boxes from the closed room with tractor beam. I didn't change the server to check if it's a server problem or a location bug. I tried to get it from different angles and positions, but impossible for me. Also try to check crew bodies, you might find sometimes some nice loot as well. Next location will be on Magda Moon. Find HDMS Han and go to Outpost. Point your ship in direction of 274 and fly about 27.9 kilometers. There is no red lights when you approach the location, but only few red flares on the ground, so try to maintain the right direction. I found a lot of loot containers here. Also, a small tip. There is a room which you cannot access, but you can bring containers close to you and carry them, so the animation will pull containers out of the room, and you can bring them to your ship. The last location on Hurston will be also on Magda. From the same HDMS Han outpost, but in different direction of 33. You need to fly 96 kilometers. It is more complicated to find because of the distance, but once arrived, the ship location will be on flat plain. If you have some chance, you can find other players' ships on this location, which might help you to navigate. Next 4 locations will be around Arccorp planet, 2 on Lyria moon and 2 on Vala. Let's go to Lyria first. Find Shubin mining facility, sell 2 and go to outpost. Once on place, point your ship in direction of 271 and fly for 19.3 kilometers. Wreck site will be in a small valley just behind the big mountain when you arrive at the location. Second location on Lyria will be from the Shubin mining facility Cell 5. Fly 21.5 kilometers in direction between 336 and 337. The location is on open space, enough to land a large ship. I went there during the day, so I'm not sure if there is any red lights if you fly by night. Now let's move to Vala Moon of Arccorp. For the first location, go to Arccorp mining area 045 and point your ship in direction of 174 and fly 33 kilometers. If you fly by night, you will see red lights and there are some enemy NPCs on location. The second location will start from Arccorp mining area 048. Once there, point your ship in direction of 171 and fly for about 26 kilometers. It also can be easily found by night. The wreck site will be at the foot of the mountain. This is it for Arccorp wreck sites, and let's now move to Crusader planet. Once on Crusader, go to Selin Moon and find private property location. From this location, point your ship in direction of 80 and fly for 18 kilometers. It is very easy to find at night, and the ship will be also at the foot of the mountain. I was stuck between some textures on this location, so I recommend you again to set up a regeneration point on your ship if you can. The second and the last wreck site on Crusader will be on Yellow Moon. Go to Arccorp mining area 157, and once you arrive to the outpost, point your ship in direction of 121 and fly for 42 kilometers. Wreck site will be on the bottom of a valley between two big mountains. And now let's go to the most challenging wreck site, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Go to Microtech planet and then go to Calliope Moon. I will show you a few ways to find this location. First, you can go to Shubin Processing Facility SPMS 14 and fly 111.9 kilometers in direction of 171. If you can't find the wreck site, look for Shubin Mining Facility SMCA 8. You have to be 315.4 kilometers away, so you need to be precisely between these two locations. There is some wind if you low fly to this location, so try to be focused or try to fly higher. Otherwise, I will let you watch the video how I fly from this location out to space, so you can pause the video and try to find the location once you arrive on Calliope Moon. I was stuck many times in textures on this location, and also, as I mentioned before, there is a lot of wind, so even my ship flew away at the moment, even with engines offline, but I managed to run after. Anyway, I was satisfied to find this wreck site, and I recommend you to change the server and loot this location few times before you go, because I don't think you will come back often here. And now I will rapidly show you which items I found after looting all these locations. I got some nice helmets like Naomi Tengubi and Jami, Calva helmet, Xantul helmet, and DCP Jungle Camo helmet. I got Avis Shrike Core, Defiance Hellstorm arms, Quartz Cobalt Camo and Jungle Camo SMGs with new Lux flashlight attachment. Paramed Oxide and Amalgam guns and Arclight Executive Edition pistol. Of course, I showed only few of items because if I show you everything, I have to do another video. This is it for this video. I hope it was helpful to you, and I wish you to get a nice loot if you check these locations. Good luck and see you in the verse.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up. take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.